darker recesses of our modern world live unwelcome survivors from the era of the dinosaurs. Cockroaches have been mankind's constant and unwelcome companion from the start. They live anywhere in the nooks and crannies of our homes and come out at night. They contaminate food and carry disease. The battle between our species is constant.
Cockroaches have been around for millions of years, since the Carboniferous period. I think they're going to stay around for a long time as well. A lot of them are resistant to insecticides, they're resistant to various forms of radiation, and it's been said that after a nuclear war, certainly the cockroaches would still be there and would carry on when everything else had been killed off.
Roaches are tough characters. They'll eat almost anything: old food, rubbish, soap, even paint. And they are also a health hazard. Entomologist Philip House is involved with a solution to the problem.
Cockroach allergy is one of the more common allergies in the tropics and subtropics, particularly in the United States. There have been various roach traps developed over the years. Two of these in particular, one which we originated, which is an electrical trap, in which the insects come into a box, and when they get inside they come onto a kind of electrical grid, and there's a voltage goes through there at regular intervals, and it flips them off, dislodges them onto a sticky surface. The other trap, developed in Australia I think, consists of a circular plate with a kind of umbrella-like structure on it, and there's a high voltage between the two. So when the cockroaches go into there, they make contact with the base plate with their feet and the top of their antennae, they then get electrocuted. Now the disadvantage of this particular trap is that the cockroach literally fries, and you get smoke particles produced, and those particles, as well as being smelly, can also be allergenic. It's actually quite expensive to make, and it must have an electrical supply. The trap we've actually developed gets over all these problems. It has no toxin, doesn't need any electrical supply. It depends on a very simple principle, and we've designed a trap which is very discreet in the sense that it doesn't look like a cockroach trap. You can't see cockroaches in it. That has much more appeal, I think, for use in food preparation areas.
Dr. House and a team of scientists in Southampton drew their inspiration from this deadly South American plant, a gourd whose scent lures insects in, then traps them with electrostatically charged powder. It causes them to lose their grip and slither into the trap. They die dissolved in a bath of digestive juices. The British trap uses naturally created static electricity in the same way.
In the centre of the trap we've got a tablet, and that releases an attractant odour. Cockroaches approach the attractant odour. Now you can see that this plate is covered with electrostatically charged powder, and the insects walk on there, and as that gets on their feet, blocks the adhesion mechanism of the feet, and so they just slide off onto this sticky surface here, at the bottom of the trap.
The technology developed to combat the cockroach may have a wider role to play in fighting other insect menaces around the world. It could, for instance, reduce the need for pesticides, which often contaminate human food supplies. Rather than spraying crops, the idea would be to use bait stations where insects could contaminate themselves with electrostatically charged powder containing insecticide. The contaminated insects would transfer powder to others during mating. In theory, pests could be killed using far less insecticide than in conventional spraying. Pictures like these could be a thing of the past.